Alright, so since this is our fucking second time recording it, Skill chose for me to play Thumper, because he's supposed to choose every time. But last time the recording fucked up. I'm just gonna, no, that's punishment for me being stupid and fucking up. I'll play on medium, even though normally I prefer playing this game on easy, because it's already painful enough.
I'm trying to figure out what I'm gonna do next.
Oh god, he touched me and I died. This is not gonna be good.
Be a long haul.
I don't know, if it gets something like Siberia takes too long, I'm just gonna go back to easy, but at least for now I'm gonna try to at least do at least the first 3 levels on medium. But damn, this game is so unforgiving. I mean, look at that, he spun in a circle and killed me. He didn't have to hit me with bullets.
You spin me right round. Like a record, baby. Right
God,
round,
I
round,
hate
round.
facing Darkseid in this. Him and, of course him, and Hammerhead are the worst.
I mean, Darkseid is a super villain. Not a very...
I somehow mated
Heavily
with a
attacked.
Yellow Jacket there for a second, and my entire car fucking nearly exploded.
That's a little crazy.
I mean, you've been looking, right? You've been seeing how my HP's been going.
Yeah.
I just tapped
Down,
someone
and then up,
and it
and then
erases
down.
it.
Down, sometimes up, but mostly down. The Y looked like a W for a second.
Yellow Jacket.
Yeah, so I was really confused what the hell was going on.
We speak only in ooh here.
Well, jacket.
Of course, Crimson Fury just had to make him jump over my attack.
Your health is super low.
I think you now see why I usually say I prefer playing this on easy.
Part of my brain is like, I should play it too, and then I realize I probably can't even beat it right now.
Why?
Because I feel like a noodle.
Just play it on an emulator, and that way, or we can fast run it. Circle, triangle, square, circle, circle.
I don't know what I want to do.
I'm gonna immediately go back and I beat that first one, but that pissed me off. I keep forgetting that options does not start on this.
Yeah, it's like right on the touchpad. Meet your opponents, including
Oh, I don't care.
Chewbacca.
I've beaten this on hard before. I don't have to prove it to no one. People either can like it or not.
And before the entire comment section at some point in the future, not necessarily anytime soon, is like, you should play it on hard.
No. I'll play other ones on hard, not the first one. I have nostalgia for this being the first game I ever played in my life. That's about all I have. I respect for what it did. I don't hate this game. I just also know that they didn't know what they were doing at the time. Made it a little bullshit. I also already stressed myself out earlier today by beating 2012. And it took us, no joke, almost half an hour on the final boss.
I don't like going back to games I've beaten sometimes.
Oh, everything else about the game was great. It was the final boss that pissed me off.
After the final boss piss you off.
Because it took half an hour, and it was because of how... At the very end of the game, it makes you do something that Twisted Metal should never do, which is an obstacle course.
Why?
That's a good question. I'm glad you asked it. Someone had to. If you're waiting for an answer, I don't have one. I just know someone had to
Yeah,
ask
I
it.
got nothing.
There we go, so I will buy you Skur if you play this game and beat it. Maybe not right now, but if you record yourself beating this game and upload it, I will buy you Skur. Even if it's just on easy. You can use passwords to get back to where you were.
We can try that tomorrow.
That's cool. I've got literally nothing else to do tomorrow because Yumi's abandoning me to go to some family bullshit.
Damn it, Yumi. You really are a cat.
If you want advice on beating it, either play Warthog or Roadkill.
I want to make it easier on myself.
If you want to make it really easier on yourself, play Warthog. Other than 2 characters in the game, he can win ramming contests with them, and his special does good damage and is homing. Roadkill is slightly faster and controls better, but it doesn't have as good ramming. But his special does slightly more damage because it has slightly less homing.
Gotcha.
Avoid people like Darkseid unless you only want to ram, or Hammerhead, or Pit Viper, or Crimson Fury. Their specials are skill shots.
I have the Crash Bash theme stuck in my head. So I'm just sitting here like, dude.
I don't know why Crash Bash's theme starts off so fucking ominous. Am I the only one who thinks that that's weird?
You know what I'm pissed off about?
Women's rights. Sorry, was that too political?
Not usually. Crash Team Rumble
Sucks?
was not. Yeah, it was not even like they had the Crash Bash formula. It was there. It was fine. And then they made.
I would even say Crash Bash wasn't good, but it was better, which is kind of damning with faint praise to Crash Bash that it was better than Crash Rumble. Because Crash Bash kind of sucks. Because like...
But Crash Rumble really sucks.
People always seem to think that the part that makes Mario Party fun is the minigames, when that's only part of the formula. The part of the fun is you're playing them for a reason. The whole having to build up to them and then get the coins to screw over your opponents like that is part of the fun of it.
Yeah.
Which don't forget, so whenever you get money here, like next time, that Monster Hunter Stories 2 is coming out on PS5, and that will be getting it.
I'm
So
going to be getting
you need to get that so we can play it.
Second game.
That way we can finally play it co-op.
I didn't even know that game had co-op.
I told you before it did, and you said you didn't know it last time. It has co-op dungeons. That's how you got stuff like the Palamutes. And certain special, like Elder Dragons, stuff like that. So you want to hear a fun fan theory?
It's a fun fan theory.
That freaking Twisted Metal Black is a fucked up version of this in Sweet Tooth's mind. At least 2 to 3 of the levels are almost identical to levels in this game. This formula taking place in one city only ever happened in this game, and when you do minion storyline in it, it literally states that this is all in Sweet Tooth's head. And a lot of the participants are the same too. Like, this and Black are the only 2 games that ever had Yellow Jacket.
Huh.
There is a decent amount of evidence that's never outright stated that this and Twisted Metal Black are the same game, just one's in Sweet Tooth's head and the other one is the real version.
I feel like there's a lot going on with Sweet Tooth.
He's a sane fella.
He's a fella. Won't argue
You
with
son
that.
of a bitch.
He's a big motherfucker.
Okay. That's 3 levels down.
Oh, hey, speaking of Sweet Tooth.
Like that level and this one both are 2 levels that are virtually remade in this one. There's arguing that rooftops might be.
Ah. There's so much happening, and it's so sad that my brain is going slow.
Oh, so much happening on what? There's not a lot happening on my screen. Just driving.
Just driving.
I'm deliberately avoiding them shitty defensive weapons that they thankfully eventually just turned into button combos.
Combos?
Yeah, and like it's something like Twist Not Black, you could like push like left, right, up, and shoot out a freeze missile. While on this, you have to use a freeze missile. Instead, there's an energy bar. There's a lot of things that they added later on that, like there's an invincibility shield you can get, mine drops, rear fire, all stuff that were in this game as items that later on become just become stuff you can actually use with an energy bar. Like hell, in Twist Metal 2, if you hold down R2 and push up, down, up, you'll use all of your energy and fire minions special, no matter what character you're playing.
Huh.
They added it because defensive items you want to be able to just drop at any point, but you don't want them because there actually is an inventory cap, if you didn't know. So you don't want those things taking up your inventory for stuff you need to destroy people.
That's fair.
But you also want to be able to pull them off whenever you need to. It's that. Just makes things smoother. Like to fire backwards in this, you need a rear missile. Which is just sort of awkward.
Yeah, it seems really awkward. Why do you keep hitting people?
Because those guys shoot at me.
Oh.
That's something that's only in this one. Mainly because it just pisses people off to have random pedestrians that shoot at you.
I can understand why.
They actually have killed me before. I'm ashamed to say they don't do a whole lot of damage. But it stacks up when you just keep fucking getting hit by them. Please heal me. Please heal me. Also, Twist Metal Black, only other game in the series that has these. The healing pads. Just another collection.
Looked like you got healed.
I did. I was almost dead.
Oh.
Hi, Spectre. You're dead, Spectre. That's 3 of them, although that area became dangerous to drive down now, since their corpses do damage. That's a fun thing only in Twisted Metal 1. Now, if you're Hammerhead, you can accidentally use your special on a fucking corpse.
That's...
Because it just triggers when you run into another car. And it counts the corpses as one of the cars. You sack of shit. Oh my god, sometimes the driving this pisses me off. There we go. Alright, Hammerhead. Oh no, that hurt.
That looked like it hurt. Yeah.
Stop running me over, you dick! Up.
Up.
I saw it coming, I was trying to avoid it. Fuck you. You come right at me, my flamethrower will do a fuck ton of damage. Here's a fun little trivia thing you can try to guess. What are the 3 characters that have appeared in all 8 Twisted Metal games?
Sweet Tooth is one of them.
Correct. Although in 2 and 3 he's only in 2, 3, and 4 he's only unlockable.
Yeah, he's still there.
There are 2 other characters though that have appeared in every single game.
2 other characters. Outlaw?
Nope. Weirdly enough, they did not appear in Twisted Metal 4.
Huh.
They were replaced by a character called Meter Maid.
Meter. Fuck. Man, it would suck.
Same special.
That guy.
Same special. In fact, actually an improved special because that one heals.
He said no to Yellow Jacket.
No, he's only appeared in 2 games.
Yeah.
God, I hate this level. There's so many fucking enemies. I'll say that the other... Yes, Warthog has appeared in every single game. Even though you have to like do an asterisk with him and the other one because he's General Warthog in 4.
General Warthog.
And there's one other character, and they're also on this stage that I'm playing right now. So if you saw who's here, one of the other characters has appeared in every other game. So long as you follow the caveat that in 2 of the games their vehicle name is slightly different, but you know who it is. No guesses?
Spectre.
No. Spectre did not appear in 4.
Huh.
Didn't even have a counterpart in 4.
Roadkill?
Nope. Didn't appear in 4. 4 is the outlier.
Ain't nobody appeared in 4 except for Sweet Tooth and...
Warthog. And one other character.
Who are the characters in this one again?
I also meant just this level currently.
I guess Thumper?
Nope. I'll just say it's Mr. Grimm.
Oh hey, Mr. U.
Although in 4 he is Captain Grimm. And in 2012 his vehicle is called Reaper, but the character Mr. Grimm is the second part of the story. But he did appear in all the games. Funny enough, there were only a small handful of returning characters in 4. Sweet Tooth, Thumper, Slam, Augur, and Grimm and Warthog.
Was Slam the one that was in like a scoop truck?
Yes.
A
X square Tron. We're getting there though.
Pardon?
We're getting there.
We are.
There's only one stage after this one. I just have to fucking get through it. Twisted Metal 4 also did one is the second game in the series made by a different team. 3 and 4 were made by people who did not make the original games because they lost the rights to Twisted Metal.
Weird.
They didn't want to. They didn't want to work for Sony anymore, but Sony owned the IP. Instead, they went to make a game called Rogue Trip Vacation 2012, which used the same engine as this game and was essentially Twisted Metal, but did not call itself Twisted Metal.
For legal purposes.
Yes. Instead, Sony went on to give people who really only ever made sports games the reins to Twisted Metal for Twisted Metal 3 and 4. 989 Studios. But they also didn't have the rights to... Sony did not have the rights to the engine for Twisted Metal 1 and 2, so they had to make their own engine, which is part of the reason why 3 and 4 control like dog shit.
I have problems driving in most of them.
The biggest problem with 3 and 4 is you can't stop fucking flipping over. Because the physics are so fucked up that slightly tapping someone can cause your entire car to flip.
That's stupid.
Well, the only thing they made driving-wise before that, since again they only made sports games, was a racing game, which was supposed to be realistic. So they're just like, let's port that realistic engine over to Twisted Metal.
Oh yeah, that'll work. Perfect.
Sadly, and they really didn't have a choice because Sony gave them, hey, you've got 6 months to get a game out. Because we want one in time for Christmas.
Make a game, or you buy it.
Not just that, they'd be held in breach of contract.
Oh, good.
They'd be fired and fined. Technically, Single Track didn't exist by the time they made Black and Small Brawl, but instead they were called Incognito. Then after that, they became Eat, Sleep, Play, and made God of War.
God of War is pretty decent.
Made by the same people. And then Eat, Sleep, Play made Head On and also 2012. And then the curse of making 2 Twisted Metal games fell upon them and they closed down. Every time you make 2 Twisted Metal games, your studio goes under. Happened after the first 2, happened after Black and Small Brawl, then happened after Head On and 2012. If you make 1 Twisted Metal game, you're safe. Also 3 and 4, 989 closed down. If you make 2 Twisted Metal games, you get screwed. Them's the rules. I don't make them, but I do know about them.
I don't make them, I just know them and enforce them sometimes.
Stop spinning around me, Spectre, and just let me fucking hit you. You're dead. I don't know why, but to me there's like almost like a charm of early 3D games.
Yeah. Some of them are more charming than others for sure, though.
Like it's so unrealistic that I can, like you said, like, you know, like, oh, that people back then thought that was realistic.
But there's definitely some games where
Bubsy.
yeah, there's games like that, but there are also some where it actually still looks pretty good.
I'd say this looks good in its own way. 3 is when it starts getting fugly. Oh, you sack of shit, die. No, don't freeze me. Damn it, he just taps me and like keeps fucking destroying me. Motherfucker, you gotta, no. Fuck you, dark side. 4 more cars and then I'm on to the final fucking stage.
Almost there. Almost there. Almost there.
Again.
Yes.
I think 1 and 2 might be able to be done in one video, but once we reach later ones, it might take more than one video.
Oh, definitely.
Mainly because 3 and 4 I also have this problem of the weapons don't do enough damage and the vehicles have too much health. Especially 4. Every character essentially has what these games would consider boss levels of health.
You. Why?
And bosses are disgustingly have too much HP. But the weapons do half the damage they do in this. which makes everything take forever. Especially considering in 4, it does one thing that I despise over all others. Every level has a boss. Until you get to the oil rig, then it has 2 bosses.
That's game.
And then there's Sweet Tooth. He makes M. Bison and Shao Kahn look like they play fair. He has a single attack that on about 8 out of the characters you can play as is an insta-kill.
Nice.
But it doesn't have the decency to do it quickly. There's one attack that reduces your health to 0, but it takes like 3 or 4 seconds. And it heat seeks and goes through walls.
Why is he easy?
Because
why is it going walls? It seems stupid.
because it fucking hates you.
Yeah, apparently.
Sweet Tooth is possibly the most unbalanced boss fight ever. The reason I won in my solo playthrough I have on my channel is because his AI borked out and just kept driving in a line. But he kept going through a portal, so he kept reappearing at one point, so whenever he reappeared I'd take a pot shot at him. Because if I got close he'd start following me again, but if I backed away he'd start driving forward again. I just had to keep doing that repeatedly. There's also a classic glitch where if you drop enough proximity mines in a spot where he teleports to, it'll launch him outside the borders of the map and insta-kill him.
I still hate that there are maps where you can get launched out of the map and die.
From head-on forward, that stops. And so you just take damage. Take a bit of damage and you respawn in the map.
That's better.
In the case also of Small Brawl, they have where if you fall off the side you die, but if you fall off the middle you bounce onto the other side through a trampoline.
In Small Brawl, there's a trampoline.
Yeah, in Small Brawl it's all about playing with RC cars, so you're instead of rooftops, you're in a treehouse. In a backyard, so you fall on a trampoline.
That's kind of cute, I guess.
Alright, last level.
There's a bar here called The Last Level, and it's actually really fun. Remember, kids, drink responsibly. And not like Dad.
I don't want to do that too much just because of the fact that every male in my family has been an alcoholic at some point in their life.
Like I said, drink responsibly, but not too much. Don't be like Dad.
I've never been drunk, but I do occasionally drink though. Mainly just because I really like the apple flavored freaking Smirnoffs.
Never had an apple flavored Smirnoff. Oh.
It's nice if you like apple drinks.
I'd probably like it then.
The best I can compare it to is a apple flavored candy.
Okay.
Though not quite like apple fucking apple Gatorade. That shit tastes just like an apple Jolly Rancher. It doesn't taste like it. It tastes identical to it.
It is just Jolly Rancher on drugs.
Which is part of why I can't really drink it for hydration, because it makes me feel sick because it's so damn sweet. To me, there's a cap on how sweet a refreshing drink should be, and that's it. That and Pepsi, which is why I don't like Pepsi very much.
Can't drink Pepsi or Coke.
I don't really drink Coke too often anymore. I just drink vanilla Coke. Although my favorite and the most drinked soda is Bar Stringer.
Mine is recently it's been Mountain Dew, but it's recently been like Mountain Dew Dr. Pepper.
Have you had the cream Dr. Pepper?
I've not had strawberry and cream Dr.
No, not
Pepper.
strawberry. Just cream.
There is a strawberry cream Dr. Pepper here, and that is the closest thing I've seen to cream Dr. Pepper.
We have that too, but there's I'll have to send you a picture then. It's literally Dr. Pepper cream, and it's essentially Dr. Pepper with vanilla.
So sounds pretty good.
I like it. It's my favorite version. I can't drink Dr. Pepper too much because if it gets warm, I instantly have to stop drinking Dr. Pepper. Because
Oh,
its flavor just tastes identical to vomit.
that's incredibly unfortunate.
Bastard. Stop shooting me with a rocket launcher, you dick.
Stop dicking me with a rocket launcher, you shooter.
Okay, minion time. Whoops, didn't mean to skip that, but oh yeah, it's minion time.
Oh, you're on rooftops.
Yeah, said final stage.
I just forgot that that was what the final stage was called. It's just rooftops.
I need to get weapons. It probably heal because if I get tapped by him, I'm probably just dead.
You dead.
Of course there's nothing in there. Why would there be something in there? Nope, I don't want that. That's just a mine and that's useless against minion. I don't want to do tickle damage, I want to do actual damage.
I don't want to tickle this pickle, I want to cut it off. Do you have Dead Island on PS4?
I have Dead Island, Dead Island Riptide, and Dead Island 2.
We should do a series of that because I need to be small on PlayStation 5.
I'll try. I can't promise anything. Every time I play Dead Island, I eventually get like so bored with it that I eventually quit. So you'll have to actually remind me to play it. I love Dead Island 2.
we are not the good people for doing this because we are both like that. But I have brain damage.
Hey, I got a disorder with my brain, so I'll take that. That and the fact that also just Dead Island is ungodly boring. Like, it starts off promising and fun, and then eventually, once you hit the third sewer level, freeze in place, motherfucker.
Dying Light was good though.
Yes, although it is good in a way that I remember someone screaming crane. I remember quick time events, and that's it. The rest of the game is just a blip because it's fun, but its story is so boring that I can't remember the rest of it because it had nothing special about its story.
The gameplay was the part that you come and you stay for the gameplay.
I will say though, I have never beaten 2. I own it. Owned it since launch. But I can't bring it gets boring solo, and everyone else I've played with got bored with it and quit. Oh, this is not good news. There's no healing here.
I also have Dead Island 2 and Dying Light 2, and I've beaten through.
I'm an unapologetic fan of Dead Island 2 to the point where I bought the season pass. I actually really like Dead Island 2.
I haven't played them.
If you ever want to play 2, I will definitely play that. I'm an unapologetic fan. Some people thought Dead Island 2 was mediocre. Maybe it just hit me at the right time. I fucking loved it. It is so much better. Oh my god. He just fucking evaporated me. It is so much better than the first one in my opinion. Maybe also because the fact it's not as terrifying as the first game. It's not as open as some people's mother's legs, so it's not too scary.
One of the things that I mainly still have problems with, which I think I've had problems with like always. I don't know if you remember how I used to be, but I always had an issue with knowing where the fuck I'm going.
I think that's just you being younger and ADHD probably as well.
Definitely one of those things. I don't know if I have ADHD, but
You definitely show a lot of the symptoms.
that makes sense.
I can, hey, Yui, can you send me that thing? There's essentially a test thing that you can take it like online. I'm having her send me. That is what something doctors actually do use to help find out whether or not they should test you for it.
I think one of my doctor, I think my current doctor is trying to get me tested for it, among other things, because he tested me for brain injury, and I'm gonna be going to a psychiatrist soon because my brain is bad. Like really bad.
There you go. That's twist mode 1 down a second time. Hopefully this time the recording all worked out well.
Let's just save it at this one and Skr, because if there are bugs, we're gonna have to go back and do a bunch of shit again.
I'm gonna double check the video, of course, when it's done. I'm just letting this play out. I'm gonna double check it, and if it's done, then I'm calling that one good. Now check our Discords, go.
The
There we
the
go.
chapel, or
Yes.